We've got some sun out right now.
Yeah, the sunshine is out. It doesn't look like it's that bad out. I'm going to be honest, I haven't been outside since it was pouring this morning, but I'm sure it feels more comfortable than yesterday. I mean, yesterday those temperatures, they climbed really quickly.
Yeah, it's definitely a sprinkler kind of day. I walked into the car earlier to grab something, and it's still muggy, it's humid.
Yeah, it's very humid, and at least we're looking at some clear conditions after last night's storms. Let's go ahead and take a look from our cameras. Glad we're in Park right now, looking at 81 degrees, a little bit of cloud cover left over in our sky. That's really about it. Here's what you need to know. We have more unsettled weather this week. Storms as early as tonight for a portion of North Texas. More rounds of rain expected this week. It does look drier and warmer next week. Typical summertime pattern going to be settling back in before you know it. But for right now, those storms have cleared. We're looking at dry conditions across North Texas. We are looking at a temperature of 81 degrees at DFW Airport. Wind out of the northwest. That northwest wind is what generally helps bring in slightly drier air, and briefly that happens today. But a south wind returns, and south wind brings humidity from the Gulf. So that's what we're going to experience here the next several days. That's why it's going to feel warmer than the actual temperature. So this afternoon, yeah, not as warm as yesterday. Yesterday we were in the mid 90s, but today 86 in Dallas, 87 in Fort Worth, 84 in Denton, 85 in McKinney. Normal this time of the year is 91, so we'll be trending a few degrees cooler than that. But when you factor in the humidity, it's still going to feel warmer than the actual temperature. Okay, so again, dry today, but look at what happens this evening. We could see a couple thunderstorms popping up near the Abilene area between 7 to about 10 p.m. Most of us, again, completely dry. Something else that happens around this time frame is storms develop in West Texas and then progressively move towards North Texas overnight. Now, if those storms move, they could very well hold together. And if they hold together, they can make it into our western counties. I'm going to show you what this model is showing you around 7 in the morning on Tuesday. I know this looks like a long, scary line of showers and thunderstorms. Right now, it looks like a lot of this lowers in coverage between 7 to about 10. So the closer it makes it to DFW, the less intense it gets and the lower coverage of storms we'll see. So yes, we could see another round of storms late tonight into early Tuesday, but the threat for severe weather is very low at this point. And by noon tomorrow, it looks like it just comes in the form of showers. So the severe weather outlook for tonight into tomorrow morning is a level 1. It includes our far western counties up to quarter-size hail, up to 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Again, this is for the potential of an isolated storm that could produce this. Most of models are not indicating that. Most models indicating a very low severe weather threat. So coverage with that, about 40%, 20% for tomorrow morning. And then the higher coverage of rain comes in Wednesday into Thursday as well, and kind of lingering into Friday. I do think Friday will be a little drier by the afternoon. Here's what Wednesday could look like. This is Wednesday. Between 7 and noon, you start to see a bit better coverage of that rain at times, heavy rain. This is now Wednesday afternoon. We see slightly better coverage along far western portions of North Texas, so it'll be really scattered in nature. Now, Wednesday night, there looks to be a lull in this rain. Watch what happens Thursday. Thursday, I'm going to take you to 7 in the morning. You start to see slightly higher coverage of rain, at times some heavy rain in the area, but notice how it's not all that well organized. I'm not looking at a big severe weather threat, but because of the ground already being saturated and this rain kind of lingering through Friday, I do think that we could see a flood concern. So definitely keep checking back in and make plans around that Wednesday, Thursday. Father's Day weekend as of now looking slightly drier, but still keeping about 20% chance for an afternoon shower or thunderstorm. Next week does look drier, and because it'll be drier, temperatures climbing into the 90s. We'll be back.